Good Tuesday evening, July 30th, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. 12 men, most of them from Wenatchee or East Wenatchee, were arrested over the weekend as part of a sting operation by the Washington State Patrol's Missing and Exploited Children Task Force. The first of several local National Night Out celebrations will be Wednesday in East Wenatchee. Our weather is warming up with highs around 90 tomorrow and into the triple digits Friday and through the weekend. Your full local weather forecast is straight ahead. Fire officials say the cooler, damp weather yesterday helped moderate the activity of the Pioneer Fire. The fire, which has been burning since June 8th, has reached 33,277 acres and is 15% contained. The latest updates say firefighters are continuing to widen and improve the community protection lines in Stehekin. A level 3 evacuation remains in Stehekin, as does Moore Point to Safety Harbor at level 2 and Safety Harbor to Camas Creek at level 1. Stehekin went to level 3 on Sunday morning. 12 men, most of them from Wenatchee or East Wenatchee, were arrested over the weekend as part of a sting operation by the Washington State Patrol's Missing and Exploited Children Task Force. According to affidavits filed in Chelan and Douglas County Superior Courts, the men responded to ads on websites offering sex acts with underage children for money. 2 of the men were arrested outside Orchard Middle School in Wenatchee, according to the affidavits. Arrested were 26-year-old Jacob C. of East Wenatchee, 50-year-old Mark Ashmore of Wenatchee, 35-year-old Patrick McWhinney of Wenatchee, 34-year-old Travis Epic of East Wenatchee, 25-year-old Eusebio Alvarez of East Wenatchee, 31-year-old Timoteo Roque of East Wenatchee, 41-year-old Alberto J. Aviles, address unlisted, 30-year-old Jacob Barnett, also no address listed, 22-year-old Artem Olson, address unlisted, 42-year-old Guadalupe Alcaraz Sabalas, address unlisted, 28-year-old Jonathan Angle of Spokane Valley, and 63-year-old Ray Sulak of Port Orchard. Preliminary court appearances for most of the men were held Monday. They faced charges ranging from attempted first-degree child rape to attempted second-degree child rape to communication with a minor for immoral purposes. Firefighters began a 3,000-acre burn operation today designed to head off the NCWLIFE fire before it reaches the town of Keller. The community of about 250 people has been on a level 3 Get Out Now fire alert since last Thursday. The NCWLIFE fire has burned more than 46,000 acres along the Columbia River north of Lake Roosevelt. A dozer line has been constructed on the west side of Keller to Highway 21, and the burning operation started today and is expected to continue into Wednesday evening. The Eastmont School Board voted to increase their educational programs and operations renewal levy at a special meeting last night. EP&O levies provide funding for educational items not funded by the state, like sports, extracurricular sports, activities, and music programs. The new rate will increase from $1.70 per $1,000 of assessed value to $1.95 per $1,000 of assessed value. Eastmont says the current rate will not keep pace with projected expenditures, which would result in reductions to student programs. The renewal levy, which the district says will still require modest reductions but will allow most programs to continue as currently offered, will appear on ballots coming up in November. When we come back, a Cashmere law firm is hosting a free watch party to cheer on former Cashmere basketball star Hailey Van Lith as she plays for the U.S. Olympic team in the 3-on-3 women's basketball competition this Saturday. And the Washington State Department of Agriculture has announced 2 changes that will be implemented into this year's compost reimbursement program. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Let your voice be heard. I'm former Chelan County Sheriff Brian Burnett, and I'd like to be your District 12 state representative in Olympia. With my extensive experience in law enforcement, I'm eager to serve you to ensure your community and neighborhood public safety. I intend to safeguard and improve your quality of life. I support your private property rights, lowering your tax burden, helping small business to thrive, fiscal responsibility, and your public safety.
Paid for by the committee to elect Brian Burnett for state representative.
Who is Brant Capel?
Brant Capel is dedicated to our community.
Who is Brant Capel?
Brant Capel has a vision for the future.
Who is Brant Capel?
Brant Capel listens to our concerns.
Who is Brant Capel? This is Ray Dobbs. I know Brant Capel, and I know he'll make an outstanding Chelan County Commissioner.
This is Brant Capel, and I'm running to be your next Chelan County Commissioner. I'd be grateful for your vote.
Paid for by the committee to elect Brant Capel, Republican.
Family roles change with time. You may find yourself being an unpaid caregiver to a loved one. Caregiving can be rewarding, but also stressful. Taking care of yourself is vital. Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington has low or no cost services for unpaid caregivers, such as in-home support, care supplies, and counseling. Connect in your local area by calling Aging and Adult Care at 800-572-4459 and mention you're interested in caregiver support.
Now there are even more reasons to meet at the Pybus Market. Outdoor dining and tastings, the fabulous farmers market, Saturday artisans on the concourse, and your favorites all week long. No matter the reason, it's always time to meet at the Pybus Market. Pybus Market, where community meets.
The first of several local National Night Out celebrations will be Wednesday in East Wenatchee. National Night Out is an annual event that brings police and residents together for free food, drinks, activities, and bonding. East Wenatchee's event from 6 to 8 p.m. will be at Eastmont Community Park and will include an opportunity to dunk specially selected police officers. Quincy Police are holding their event Monday from 5 to 8 p.m. at Lazier Park, with Wenatchee and Moses Lake events next Tuesday. Wenatchee Police will be at 3 locations from 6 to 8 p.m., including Cafe on Mission Street and Washington, and also Rotary Parks. Moses Lake celebration will be from 6 to 8 p.m. at McCosh Park. Gatens Green Weidenbach, a Cashmere law firm, is hosting a free watch party to cheer on former Cashmere basketball star Hailey Van Lith as she plays for the USA Olympic team in the 3x3 women's basketball competition. Local residents are invited to attend the free watch party at Liberty Theater on Mission Street in Wenatchee this Saturday, August 3rd at 10 a.m. to support Van Lith. The doors will open at 9:45 a.m. with 120 seats available on a first-come, first-served basis and refreshments available for purchase. Van Lith already holds 5 USA basketball gold medals in the 3x3 and the 5-on-5. We'll see if she takes home Olympic gold. Eric Granstrom will have results of the USA-Germany game played this morning. The Washington State Department of Agriculture has announced 2 changes that will be implemented into this year's compost reimbursement program. The program offers up to 50% of reimbursement on compost-related costs for qualifying Washington farmers. This is the program's second year, and the Washington State Legislature is implementing 2 new changes, including prioritizing applications based on the presence of food waste feedstock in the compost for purchase and distributing reimbursements based on farm size. Applications are open now through noon on September 12th at WSDA's website. Coming up next in tonight's feature story, we will introduce you to Chris Willoughby, the only candidate running for Chelan County Commissioner District 3 who is not from Wenatchee. Get ready for our next summer heat wave beginning on Thursday. I'll have all those details coming up in your full local weather forecast. That and much more still to come. Please stay with us.
check out clubcrowcashmere.com for upcoming events and tickets.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
I want you to know where I stand on abortion. As governor, I will not change Washington law on this issue because I do not believe any politician, regardless of personal belief, has the right to make that decision for any woman. My opponent, Bob Ferguson, is trying to spread fear by saying things that I don't believe and will not do.
Let Merry Maids custom cleaning experts help you clean up your to-do list. Between work, kids, and pets, it's hard to find time to keep up. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee help. Merry Maids cleaning experts can help keep your home or business fresh, neat, and exactly how you'd clean it, if only you had the time. Call now for a free estimate, 509-663-1710. Serving Chelan and Douglas counties, Merry Maids, let us help.
In tonight's feature story, Chris Willoughby is one of 4 candidates for Chelan County Commissioner for District 3 and the only one to hail from outside the city of Wenatchee. Willoughby serves on the Community Council for the town of Manson and as a commissioner for Chelan County Fire District 5. The 4th-generation orchardist has also been a volunteer firefighter since age 16. Willoughby seeks to replace departing Commissioner Tiffany Gehring, also from Manson, who will not seek a second term.
There's a lot of issues that I've actually seen over the years that I'm very passionate about. And they're county-wide issues that affect communities directly. And so my whole belief is community first. I believe the communities need to have that voice. It doesn't matter if you're in Plain, doesn't matter if you're in Malaga, where you're at, it's a community voice, not just a blanket ordinances that run everything. Because what's happens in Manson is different than what happens in Leavenworth, Plain, Eniat, those areas are totally different. So I think the community needs to have some buy-in and voice on their different issues and wants.
As commissioner, how would you balance those issues of development versus rural culture and conservation? People need a place to live. Manson's really attractive to live in. How do you allow them to find good, affordable place to live while also trying to conserve what makes Manson or makes the rural county what it is?
So the rural aspect of a community is what draws people in. Agriculture in Lake Chelan Valley has been a huge draw because people like the green space. They like to see the trees and everything. What's happening is the more people that come in, the more orchards that get pulled out to accommodate those homes that are being added. There is a right to farm that's being affected by this because as development comes up, the right to farm issues are getting kind of pushed. The thing with development is as they encroach into ag space, there's other regulations that the agricultural industry has to take consideration of and increase costs. So the whole cost issue with that is what's damaging our agricultural industry there. To find balance, there is certain areas, if there's a water view, people want to build there. It doesn't matter which lake you're on, they want to build. The whole thing with the farming is they need to realize that this was agricultural first and the housing came after. So to protect that and create balance, we need to actually have that discussion. We need to set limits and boundaries and stuff in the codes. Some of those codes are actually being looked at now as far as homesteading and stuff like that. So there is some movement on that, but it's kind of in the decision phase right now.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a fantastic Tuesday. A little bit warmer out there today. And as we take a look outside our weather window from this afternoon, you know what? I'm just going to get out of the way. This is such a great shot from our Billy Goat Sky-Fi Tower camera. It's up north in Okanagan County. And we see some of those cumulus clouds along the horizon. Plenty of blue sky. And there is the town of Pateros. And there is Brewster just up the way. And boy, it was a nice day all across north central Washington. Temperatures slightly below normal today, but that is all going to change as we get you into tomorrow and into Thursday. Tomorrow, not so much, but boy, Thursday, it is going to get hot. Dry and sunny for Wednesday and Thursday. We're talking 90 for Wednesday, upper 90s as we get into Thursday. And then this weekend, folks, it is going to be scorching hot once again. Another heat wave begins. That's actually happening on Thursday. We're talking temperatures generally between 100 and 105, and that's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and most likely into Monday as well. The big factor, as I mentioned last night, how much haze and smoke we'll see here in the next couple of days. We'll keep our eye on that. 85 comfortable degrees out there today, 5 degrees below where we should be for this time of year at 90. Our record 4 years ago, 105 degrees in 2020. 66 this morning, again, right in line with our normal morning low of 64. Our record low, 47 degrees, and that was in 1993. Sunrise 5:37, and it sets tonight at 8:36. All right, let's take a look for you at those Wednesday temperatures, and you can see the warm-up begins. Moses Lake, Ephrata, Quincy, from Wenatchee all the way into Chelan. We will all see 90 degrees tomorrow. Omak, the warm spot at 92, 89 in Cashmere, and 86 the high temperature tomorrow in Lake Wenatchee. High pressure is building, folks, and we've got one right now in southwestern Montana. That's grabbing a little of that warmer air and bringing it up our way, but we have that anchoring high off the Pacific. That's going to keep us clear. Maybe some breezy conditions tonight, lows in the low to mid 60s. For your Wednesday, look at all of that sunshine, sunny and warmer generally for us around north central Washington. We're talking highs generally around 90 degrees for Thursday, and this is where our heat wave begins. Why not? It's August 1st, about time to get hot, isn't it? With high temperatures on Thursday near that 100-degree mark, and I'll tell you, folks, as we get into Friday, it is going to get even hotter. Desert Southwest high pressure is going to bring some air our direction, and look at this color. We are going to be some of the hottest temperatures in all of the United States on Friday, with highs around 105 degrees. For Saturday, maybe a little bit better. We're still seeing high pressure out there. High clouds might save us a little bit on Saturday, but we're still talking highs between 100 and 105 degrees. And for your Sunday, look at these clear skies all the way back east into the Dakotas. High temperatures again, hot between 100 and 105 degrees. And then as we kick off our first work week of August, it's going to stay hot, sunny, and there's that high pressure that's really anchoring all of this. Highs again on Monday between 100 and 105 degrees. Taking a look now at your 7-day forecast. 62 overnight tonight, 90 tomorrow, and this is where our heat wave really begins on Thursday. 99 for the high, 75 our overnight low, and look at those temperatures then Friday through Monday. Our warmest looks to be Friday at 105, and if you can call it that, our cooler days coming up Sunday and Monday, where we will top out around 101 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Want to stay up to date on the latest news in the area? Tired of paying for your news? Download the NCWLIFE app now. No subscriptions necessary. Get news, weather, sports, and more live as it happens. Available for iPhone and Android in the App Store. Local news at your fingertips. Don't miss the stories that matter to you. Stay connected. Download the NCWLIFE app now.
Happy Tuesday. We'll have more on Hailey Van Lith and the 3-on-3 Women's USA Team Basketball coming up in a moment. First of all, Mariners have added another piece to the puzzle before today's trade deadline. Two-time All-Star Justin Turner comes to Seattle in a trade with the Toronto Blue Jays. The 39-year-old is hitting .301 since the 1st of June and is expected to be in a DH and play some first base in Seattle's lineup. The Mariners give up minor league outfielder R.J. Shrek in the trade. Meanwhile, Seattle played a very forgettable game in Boston last night, losing 14-7. It was a long night on the mound for Logan Gilbert, who gave up 7 runs on 7 hits in 2 2/3 innings. Only highlights worth watching were back-to-back homers by Cal Raleigh and Randy Arozarena.
Deep to left. It is fair ball. Fair ball. And a home run for Arozarena. Third base umpire John Bacon saw it go over the foul pole, and he gave it a ride. His first home run as a Mariner.
Having a good night, also doubled and scored. That's the juice the Mariners have been looking for, no question about that.
Cal, bad hand and all. Deep drive, right field. That is gone. Home run number 23 for Big Cal. Back-to-back homers for the Mariners here in the 6th. You can hear the Mariner fans making some noise. Big salute to the Mariner catcher. That's his 3rd career home run off of Nick Pivetta.
Seattle and Boston go at it again today. That's on Root Sports Northwest. Well, despite getting clobbered by the Red Sox, Seattle still remains tied with Houston atop the AL West after the Astros fell to Pittsburgh yesterday 5-3. Texas gained a game back with a 6-3 win over St. Louis. Now, the Seahawks practiced for the first time in pads yesterday during training camp at the VMAC in Renton. It was officially the 5th day of training camp, and according to observers, the defense outshined the offense as players were allowed full contact for the first time. Veteran wide receiver Tyler Lockett says the first day of pads kind of like being a kid again.
It's tough because I think, first day of padded practice is like first day of school, so it's like everybody excited. We're still trying to learn the tempo, trying to figure out the physicality as far as what the coaches allow and what they don't want us to do, because we still got to be able to protect one another. But I think the defense did a great job today. Obviously, we were able to kind of include all of our installs up to this point today, and I think that the defense showed a lot of variety in their coverages and the blitzes, and I think for us, we got to just continue to learn how to be able to communicate, to pick those things up, but I think that the defense got after us a little bit today.
Linebacker Boye Mafe says it was great to be back on the field in pads playing with his teammates.
It's been a while since we had the pads on, I feel, so we're just getting back into it, but it was a good one. I was excited to see everybody out there, to see all the guys, and, especially going through the off season, getting ready for the season, it's that's like the next step. You have all OTAs to get ready, beginning of camp, and now it's like, all right, pads are on, let's get to it. For me especially is noticing plays before pre-snap. There's a lot of things that happen pre-snap that can give you tells and things that you can see beforehand. And one of the things, especially from last year, I noticed there were plays that I felt like I left on the table. And to be able to capitalize on those plays and see those plays pre-snap and earlier and be able to make the most of those plays.
The Seahawks are gearing up for a mock game at Lumen Field this Sunday. First preseason game against the Chargers is a week from Saturday. Cashmere grad Hailey Van Lith began her first Olympic competition today. Hailey's the only collegiate on Team USA in the women's 3x3 tournament. Van Lith joins pro players Sierra Burdick, Derek Hamby, and Rin Howard. Well, things didn't go so well for the U.S. Rocky start this morning, falling to Germany in their first pool play game. 17-13 the final. Hailey led the charge with the team high 6 points, but they had difficult time playing defense and handling outside shooters. Team USA will face Azerbaijan tomorrow at 12:30. They'll face Australia and Spain Thursday, followed by France and Canada Friday. They'll finish pool play Saturday morning against China before the quarterfinals. Semifinals and championship games will be played Monday, August the 5th. You can watch Hailey and her teammates on the Peacock stream online. Well, the Wenatchee Apple Sox will have to play a rare doubleheader today in Kelowna because last night's game was rained out at Elk Stadium. The two teams will make it up today with a twin bill. Opening game is 7 innings. The nightcap will be a complete 9-inning contest, and you can listen for the action on Sunny FM. It was a light day Monday across the West Coast League. The only other game that was played had Walla Walla shutting out Corvallis by a final of 8-0. How about this? In the last 32 years, Wenatchee Youth Baseball has contributed just 2 teams to qualify for the World Series. Now, 2 teams have qualified in 1 year. It happened over the weekend. Columbia River, the 13U team from the Wenatchee Valley, advanced to the Babe Ruth World Series last weekend in Ferndale with a 9-1 win over Belgrade, Montana. Columbia River will head for Glen Allen, Virginia against August 8th through the 18th. In addition, the 10U team known as the Wenatchee All-Stars won the regional tournament in Eugene last weekend. They'll qualify for the Cal Ripken World Series in Crown Point, Indiana. The two teams are fundraising like mad to help defray the travel costs. I will speak with the team and some of the players today. We'll have that for you tomorrow and also learn more about their fundraising efforts. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at NCWLIFE.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@NCWLIFE.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us and have a great night.